Good evening, good evening, good evening. I am so excited. Welcome to Leadership Live, episode 48, week 48, however you want to look at it, because we've done 48 different weeks, even though they haven't all been in succession, right? But this is the 48th episode of Leadership Live 2021 with Dr. Renita and friends. And I am so excited to be here with you this evening. So for those of you all who are like, hey, who are you? And what is this? One, thank you so much for trusting to watch this, because apparently somehow, some way you saw that you should watch this. So thank you for being here. And secondly, what is Leadership Live? It is the sharing of journeys. It's a sharing of journeys. Back in 2019, God tapped me on my shoulder and said, hey, you. And I said, huh? He said, hey, I need you to share your stories. I need you to share your journey. And I was like, what? Who wants to hear that? But apparently some people did, because it was quite successful. For 52 episodes, 52 weeks. Back in 2019, I shared journeys. I shared stories. I shared laughs. I shared successes. We laughed, we cried, we did all the things, but it was great. And I did the whole year. And I was like, God, made it through that. And then the pandemic hit. And I was like, oh, what is this? And we all lived through that, and we still living through it. But then at the end of 2020, God went boop, boop, boop again. And I said, God, and he said, yay. And I said, what are you talking about? He said, look, I need you to do this again. And I was like, I can't do that. I gave you the best that I got. I gave you my Anita Baker feelings, right? And he said, who said I need you to do this alone? And I know some people. And I said, God, if you know them, I guess it's all right. So here we are in 2021. And I promised back in January that I would hand you and show you 52 amazing guests. And for the past 47 weeks, I have proven myself over and over and over again, because she's good like that. Actually, I'm not, God is. But we've had 47 amazing guests. And I know y'all are like, oh, hold up. It's 2 Mondays left. This one and the next one. How you going to get 52 in there? Boy, oh boy, do I have a treat for you. But before we even get to them, you heard it, them. Who am I? I am Dr. Renita. I am an educational leadership strategist, which simply means that I love to work with growing and aspiring leaders to become more authentic in their leadership, to empower their fellowship, and at the end of the day, have a greater impact on the world. Yeah, it's a thing. Leaders do that. Right. I am also the founder of The Refining Life, a 501c3 nonprofit organization whose mission is to provide you with experiences to have your mindset shifted so that you can lead a more positive and productive life. And the year 2022, get ready. The Refining Life has plans, and you need to be a part of them. So make sure you're following The Refining Life. I am also a wife and mother of four. Yeah, four jokers. Yeah. I birthed two and I own two. And that journey made me write, or gave me the unction, the story to write Stepmom, Trials, Tribulations, and Triumphs, editions 1 and 2. And I'm also the authoress of While You Were Sleeping, The Perfect Children of All Ages book. I am also a educator. I've been an educator for a long time now. I've served grades kindergartens through college. I am also a mentor, a mentee. I am a coach. I am a performer. And just in case you had not seen, make sure that you're checking out the Community Theater of Greensboro site, because they're doing a show called Dream. She's your dream girl in February. And I am playing Michelle. Yeah, I know some of y'all don't like Michelle. She took Effie's place. I know. But look, you're going to love this one. So make sure you come out and see it. And I'm also a queen and a queen. Hello, I'm a queen because I am. Simply because I am me. And God made me that way. But I'm also a queen, like a real beauty queen. I am the current reigning Elite Southern Charms North Carolina Ultimate Grand Supreme, as well as the current reigning Mrs. Black North Carolina. And your chance to become the next Ms. or Miss Black North Carolina is upon us. So check out noirproductions.com and you can register to get your chance to wear the crown. But tonight, I've been so excited about this week because I have like multiple amazing guests for you. So I'm going to take myself out here and we're going to bring some amazing guests to you. As you can see, there's some lovely lovelies here in the screen. We got Rain Sila, we have Madeline, we have Bailey Reese, and we have Amaya. But I think not only do we have them, I do truly believe that we have some other people along with them. Some of you saw the flyer and some of you all did not. But if you did not know, that you know, I have not 4 but 7 amazing guests for you today. Here they are. Ba-da-da-da. Look at all those lovelies. I am so excited to have each and every one of you all here with us tonight. And we're going to start with introductions with the lovely Amaya and Pumpkin.
Hey, my name is Amaya Mackenzie Washington. I am your Ultimate National Grand Supreme, and I am also in cheerleading and Girl Scout.
Awesome. I am Amaya's mom, Pumpkin, and I am mom. I am pageant mom. I am a grandmother. I am a wife. Let me not forget about my number one husband. I don't know how many kids I got. I'm a daughter, of course. I'm my mom's favorite kid. I just want to put that out there.
Okay, make it clear.
Yeah, I got to make it clear because those siblings will be watching. But I work full time, 8:30 to 5, Monday through Friday for Novant Health. Yay. And I am pursuing my bachelor's at Fayetteville State. I'm also a business owner with Royal Printing, Decor, and Rentals, etc. So business has been coming. It's been booming with pageantry and all this stuff. So we've been just crazy, but we're grateful. That's us.
Yay! Yay! All right, up next we have Bailey and Ivy.
Hi guys, I am Bailey Reese, and I'm your 2021 National Ultimate Grand Supreme of the United States, and I'm your current business owner of the Queen Collection.
And I'm Ivy, and I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I'm a social worker. I am also a bartender, mixologist, and a realtor.
Wow. All the things. This is amazing. And next we have Maddie and Tasha.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Madeline Richardson, and I'm Little Miss North Carolina, and I'm the founder of Your Big Day.
And I am Tasha, Maddie's mom, mother of 4, 22, 18, 12, and newly 8. I am a worker. I work sometimes 5 to 6 days a week. And I just decided to go back to school. The mother of a thespian. I know. I know, you guys, it's been a secret. It's been about 6 months. And honey, I've been listening to it in my phone while I'm at work, the whole nine. But anyway, mother of a CDL driver, mom of an Army brat, and he is pursuing an engineering degree right now as well. Just transferred back to this area from Elizabeth City. Very busy wife of an amazing husband that I've known for 23 years and been married for 20 years. And that is what I do. I just kind of fuel, honey. I know. And just kind of fuel my babies and self-care. I have slowed down to take care of Tasha. So I have slowed down. I used to be able to say a lot and say more, but I've had to take care of Tasha. It's been very, very important to take care of Tasha.
Wow, that's good. That's real good. So last but not least, we have this young lady sitting next to me. So I have another in-studio guest. So I have out-studio guests and I have in-studio guests. And so, Rainsy Law.
Well, hello, I'm Rainsy Law. I am 10 years old, and I'm your current reigning Queen of Excellence Noble Miss. I am also your East Coast USA Virginia Supermodel Supreme, and your East Coast USA Christmas Overall Most Beautiful, and I am also an Apprentice Company member at the Point Company and Technique Conservatory.
Wow. All right, so what I'm going to do is take everybody off mute. So anybody can kind of popcorn into this. So I am amazed because every single person, both little person and big person, just listed about 92 things that you do. Like, oh my goodness. So I'll start off with the youngers of the crowd. How does it feel doing like all kinds of things? Like, how does that feel? And whoever wants to speak up first, just kind of raise your hand so we know you're talking. Go ahead, Bailey.
So what do you want me to say?
So it is a challenge juggling everything with school. Definitely school. It does interfere with school a lot, especially pageants and things, traveling, things like that. But it's really fun. It pays off. Dance is really fun. I used to do Dance with Rain. It was really fun. I want to do cheerleading now. It's a lot of stuff that I want to do. I want to explore a lot of things. I want to do sports at school. So it does interfere with school, but it's worth it. It's definitely worth it.
Awesome. All right, Maddie, I saw you.
Well, it feels great hanging out with my new pageant sisters, and I just love hanging out with them.
Awesome. Okay.
It's really great. You get a different experience with everything that you do. It's really enjoyable to be with all my pageant sisters because they support me, and we go through pageants or modeling runways together, and it's just so much fun.
Oh, cool. Maya.
I love my pageant team. I am so happy. I just love traveling around the world, and I love people in my pageants. And Team ER, we have a beautiful coach named Miss Kanisha.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's what I find it very cool. So one of the things you all talked about was doing things together. So you all have had the opportunity to go places, and actually all four of you all this year landed together in New York and New York Fashion Week.
Yeah.
That is insane. So moms, I'll aim this one to you. So the soft skills of the month. So with Dr. Renita, I tried to teach leadership through soft skills. And so the soft skill of the month this month is collaboration. I know my story, and I know I've been blessed by every single one of you all. But what does it mean to you all to really kind of have a team or a family of people? Because I think that at this point we have truly become family who kind of ride this journey with you. So this one's to the moms, and whoever wants to go first, feel free.
I'll start. I'll say that I feel like even from the day that we started with pageantry or started with any type of team sport, because although people think that this is just a hobby, for us it's a sport because we're in it almost, we live it every single day. I feel like there's room at the table for everybody. So to me, it was so important that if I knew or seen people that had talent or people could help me and I could raise a hand to get advice, or to anything whatsoever, that I use that to the best of my ability. So, I think it's very important for our sisters to get together. I think it's great to have positive pageantry. I think it's great for us to show people what we don't know. Again, I think there's room at this table for everybody.
Yeah. I agree.
Well, I'll jump in. I love the fact that I'm able to surround myself of like-minded people who want to drive their dreams and passions of their children. Not that we're living through our children. These are what our children want to do. And we all put 110% in, and we support one another, whether we're competing or not competing with each other or without each other, whether we're watching online or in person, whether we are having community service activities, putting things together and supporting one another, promoting each other's businesses, their talents, everything that they do. The team and family that we have is one that's unspeakable. It's 100% love and kindness from all of us. And of course, you run into people that may not have your best interests, and you find out who they are very quickly. But the ones that are, really truly wanting to see you succeed and really push you to be your best you at all times as a mom, or as a contestant in, pageants or modeling or whatever it is. The support is amazing. The opportunity is amazing. The experiences are amazing. The memories that you create are, lifelong memories, stories that we can tell forever. You can laugh about it, you can cry about it, and talk about it later or whatever, maybe. But to build that family bond and friendship is like a lifetime for us. And the experience has been great for us. So it means a lot to Bailey and I, and the people we run across, and the networking that comes along with it. Just the opportunities for our babies to shine and have the best of everything that they put their hands and feet land on is awesome.
Yes, yes. I just want to say, coming into the pageant world, it's been different. Meeting Team ER, just knowing Tasha and reaching out to Tasha and telling Tasha Amaya is interested in pageants. And I don't know where she got the idea from. But when I called Tasha and Tasha said, well, I got the person for you. And it was that amazing Kanisha Sierra Turner. And who know that our girls would go from dance to Team ER and join a family, not just a pageant family, but a family with an amazing leader whom everybody is looking up to. We came into this family and everybody is awesome. Our girls winning, our girls are queens, and even our sister, Dr. Anita, queens. We're in a family of queens, winners. I love it. I love it. And we love each other. We show each other support. I think every day, I think back to Amaya winning this title July and all the texts that I got. First one I got that morning from Tasha. I think I got a text from Tasha all that throughout that weekend. Then Dr. Anita, knowing that I was nervous and sick to my chest, didn't know what was about to happen, but she was there for me. And then opening the gifts, and there was perfume, the best smelling perfume from her sister Bailey. And I'm like, what? I didn't know her perfume smelled like this, but everything, and it was family. This was good. Miss Kanisha on the phone with the pageant directors because they just wanted to congratulate, but just a family. My Team ER family just, it's just awesome. It's just awesome being a part of this, being a pageant mom, first off, and this being a part of this. Well, I will say, so something that you just brought up, Pumpkin, it brings a new dynamic to this because we found Executive Rain Team ER because of Ivy. So Rain had done a pageant and then decided that maybe she really did want to do pageants. Like we did a pageant kind of on a fluke. Like I had a friend who was like, they need contestants for this pageant. I will help you. I will get you there. God bless Roberta Fairley. If she is watching, God bless you real good. She said, I will get everything that she needs. And this was literally 4 weeks before the pageant. Rain had never done a pageant. She was a dancer. I was like, look, this is not her thing. She said, just ask her. And so 3 weeks before the pageant, we said yes. And this woman, got us down. She bought her casual outfit. She sat in her house and taught her what to do when she hit that stage. And she went and got that title. She became Little Miss Black North Carolina that year. And she was just, and we had seen Bailey because Bailey and Rain used to dance together. And she was like, yeah, well, Bailey, she does pageants, like really does pageants. Like at that point, I think Bailey she was a national queen with East Coast USA. And I was like, oh my God, well, Bailey is doing it up. But, Rain, this is kind of Bailey's thing. Like this is what Bailey does. And she was like, I think I want to do more pageants. And I was like, and I sat down with Ivy. I was like, Ivy, like this might become a thing. And Ivy was like, well, if it is. And so God bless you, Tasha. God bless you, Ivy, for not being women who are threatened by other women or other potential success, and not only showing us and sharing with Pumpkin and I the beautiful Kanisha Sierra Turner and Executive Rain and Team ER, but also showing our daughters that you need not be concerned about somebody coming into your place, into your realm, because like Tasha said, there's room at the table. For, as Kanisha says, for all of us to eat, and so that brings me to how we are growing these leaders? I mean, so we heard words like "and the owner of," because the Queen collection is very real. Come on, Bailey. And all three fragrances
That's it.
smell amazing. Come on, Grand Supreme, Ultimate, Grand Supreme, and Supreme. They all smell great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You can smell it in my house now.
I have some on myself.
Yeah, Raina and I had to get 2 separate ones. She wanted the Ultimate, and I think I got the Grand. I was like, oh.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, we wanted 2 different fragrances. But then we also heard the founder of Your Big Day. So it's not like our girls aren't doing big things. And Amaya is out. I mean, she spent all last weekend going through an entire town blessing people. What, Bishopville, South Carolina?
That's it. That's it. That's home.
I mean, it felt like every hour I was seeing her in a different place. I'm like, goodness gracious, what is this 8-year-old doing? And then, you know, I look at Rain. I mean, like, the arts in me has been all over the place. We just left the VA donating, thanks to all of you all. I mean, we donated 234 cards to them, and we have 10 more cards to give to senior citizens at a church. They are rocking and rolling. She did an arts-a-thon this year. That was this year. Dang, this year has been a long year. And we gave $850 to 2 local arts organizations. So these are young ladies who are, for lack of a better word, killing the game. Right?
Yeah. Yes.
So
Mm-hmm.
right. So how so this goes to little people and big people. You can answer it together if you would like. How is the process for you taking these young ladies from being like kids at school? Because I mean, they are extraordinary. Every single one of them are extraordinary. How do you take them from being the average kid to being these amazing leaders?
We have a saying in our house that ordinary just doesn't do it.
Hello.
I'm sorry. I don't believe in, let your kid be a kid, because tell me what that means.
Well, I'll go first. I tell Amaya all the time. Can y'all hear me?
We can now. Tasha was just talking. I think we may have gotten stuck on your screen for a second, Pumpkin.
Okay, be still. Go ahead, Tasha. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Oh, you're fine. That, I don't understand what being a kid means. I get that when there's unproductive parenting, as an excuse sometimes to not be productive for their children or not to pour into their children. I think that from the time that they wake up, we talk about it all the time, leaving a handprint, and everywhere you go, you never know who you're going to meet. First impression is last an impression. Well, you have to be productive. It is not an option in our home to do nothing. It's not an option. Mm-hmm. It's just not an option. So, for me, I try my best to be, I'm like OCD when it comes to organization. So I have binders for everything, tabs for everything, logs for everything. And that's kind of how we work. But I will tell you, Norris may not be a part of the planning process, but he's the doer. If I tell him to go do this or to go pick this up or go, honey, he learned what body tape was. And if you could see him in Davis Bridal, that was interesting. Okay. He was bringing back double-sided tape for my kids, super glue. He was going to take all her skin off her body. So yeah, it was, but he will run her brothers, our village. I don't have a whole lot of family. So our village is extremely, and most of all, we got some pageant like Ivy. Give you an example. We needed a crown for Carolina Princess. And we have very busy schedule. Her schedule's busy. My schedule's busy. And she brought me Bailey's crown for last Saturday's MAO States Parade. She had to take it to my job to give it to somebody who then had to bring it to me to give it to my husband. But it got to my kid's head on Sunday. Okay. So that is how, that is it, the dynamic that you chose tonight couldn't have been a better dynamic to give you an example of how this works.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Before it falls.
Pumpkin, you got your thought.
You know what? this little girl right here with all this moving. But you know what? I will say that we teach Amaya to always be humble. You are, I don't care what title you carry, you are still our kid. You're an 8-year-old kid. You're going to be respectful. You're not going to throw that up in people's face because your name is Amaya, regardless. Even after this title has moved on, your name will be Amaya Mackenzie Washington. And you're going to be Amaya Mackenzie Washington every day. Not I'm just an ultimate, or I'm your ultimate. I don't want to hear that. You're going to stay humble. You're going to stay Amaya. You're going to stay a kid, a respectful kid, point blank. I do not like a bragger. I do not like someone throwing it up in their face who I am, what I am. You know what? We all watch the internet. We all watch the TV. We know who you are. We don't need you to add that in. I just need to know Amaya Mackenzie Washington, and that's who's going to be out there in them streets. That's who's going to be in the school hall. That's who's going to be in the park. Amaya Mackenzie Washington.
Mommy,
What, baby?
I was gonna say, Mommy, you teach me everything I need to know. Like, you teach me how to talk. You teach me how to walk. You teach me how to stand in pretty feet. You teach me how to everything.
Thank you.
I love it.
Humble. Thank you.
Ooh, I almost ran out of breath.
Well, I can say for Bailey, I always tell her there's always eyes watching. It may be eyes that are familiar or unfamiliar, but someone is always watching you and listening to what you say and how you treat people. And you treat people the way you want to be treated. And kind of piggyback off of what was already said, she's just not going to be sitting at home doing absolutely nothing. You're going to be doing something. And when you do something, you're going to put your all into it, and we don't quit. We finish whatever we're going to finish, and we're going to put 100% into everything that we do. And we're going to pray about it. That's another thing we do. We keep God first in everything we do. We give praise to him first. And then, we spread the love to everybody else as well. But we always say, you're a leader. Don't be a follower. You make your own path. This is your life, and you're going to live your life to the best of its ability. If you want it, you go get it. And how you going to get it? You got to work hard for it. And you bring everybody else along with you, and you thank people. And you always give back. So that's what we live by that in the house. And so that's what that's what we do. We're leaders, you be a leader of your own life. Nobody else has to approve of it as long as you're happy.
I like that. I think from the start, my mother brought me up in life to always have something to do. I remember being little and I did dance and violin and Girl Scouts and everything else that she could find. Like, I feel like I have tried almost every organization that there is because my mother believed in keeping me busy. But, her whole thing was that if I was busy, I was too busy to be in trouble. I was too busy to be in the streets. And so I think naturally, I didn't get my boys until they were 8 and 9, but they were already pretty busy. We did the football, the basketball, the track, the everything at church. Yeah. And I was a church baby. I did the choir and the youth council and whatever else was going on at church, I did that. And so I had boys, who were already on that track. So when I had my first birth child, who was Rain, it was like, okay, you're born, you can walk. All right. So now what can we get you into? And for her, dance came first. And, so she started dancing it too. And then I was like, hey, can we try this? And let's try this. And let's try this. And now, we live this busy life. But, it provides her the opportunity to become this extraordinary person. And I think, and I'll ask this question to all the girls, and I'm going to start with you, Rain. Do you ever feel the desire to be ordinary, or how do you feel about this life that all of us moms here have kind of cultivated for you? Like, we have set you up, because I know sometimes we get into it and I have to tell you that, baby, you're not ordinary. You got to be extraordinary. That means you got to do X, Y, Z. But do you ever feel the urge to be ordinary?
I think I am very happy of what I do. I am very busy a lot. Sometimes I feel like, I need a break. But it's so much fun. I don't really feel the desire to be ordinary. I do feel the desire to be extraordinary. But it's just so much fun. And I think nobody's perfect, but
You're great.
everybody should have something to do. They should enjoy what they do, and if they don't want to do something, tell somebody.
Yeah. Okay.
That's right.
All right. Next, I'll go to Maddie. Same question. Do you ever feel the urge to be ordinary?
Well, no, because I'm always humble and I feel like I work very hard on stage and you can't just always win.
Okay. Amaya, same question. Do you ever feel the urge to be ordinary?
No, I do not have the thing to be ordinary because I am great, I am awesome, and you can't win on the stage every time. You just have to work hard and try your best.
All right. And finally, Bailey Reese.
I feel like what Amaya said, like you can't win every time, so like learn from your experiences. And this is from like my personal view, but like if I was ordinary, I would be like really bored because I wouldn't be doing anything at home right now. I would have been like laying on the couch looking at TikTok or something like that. So I'm not ordinary, so I wouldn't be doing this right now. So it's super fun doing like pageants and like dancing. Well, used to do dancing, so it's really fun being extraordinary, like Ray would say.
Yeah, I mean, so moms. There are so many, or queen mothers. Let me call you what you are. There's so many, potentially so many parents looking at this right now, and some of them may be single moms, some may be single dads, some may be grandparents raising children, or whatever entity. But they have these children in their lives who may be looking average or looking ordinary, and we have 4 beautiful queens here who are just in this different realm. If you had one tip to share with these parental leaders, what would it be to help them think about how to bring out the extraordinary in their own kid?
Okay, I'll go first. I would say pour into whatever their passion is.
Uh-huh.
Whatever their passion is, and it may change because Bailey's changes daily, weekly, or whatever it may be. It's okay, baby. But you pour into the passion, just pour into it. And not everybody's gonna be, a Michael Jordan or a Kobe Bryant or a LeBron James or a Misty Copeland, Winnie Harlow, Misty Copeland or whatever. Not everybody's gonna be that way, but your child should always think they can be next to that person. So you pour into their passion, you give them the training that they want, the training that they need, expose them to that particular arena of whatever interests them, and just go for it. Pour into it because it'll pay off and make them well-rounded as well.
I love it. I love it.
Want me to go? You want to go?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, you want me to go? Okay. For us, it's structure and affirmation. And we affirm, one thing that our affirmation is what? You are
brave, smart, and confident.
And so you speak that because we believe that you are what you speak, right?
Yes.
And so whatever you put in your head, to me, at this day and age, there's too many resources out there. If you can find a basketball scholarship, then you can find your way on a stage. If you're able to find a way to do volleyball, then you're able to find your way to send your kid to go dance. To me, there's too many resources. There's too many people. There should be no opposition to making sure that our children stay productive and that they have a purpose. And so, we affirm that, we speak it, we believe that, that God will make a way. So you cannot live in faith and fear at the same time. And so we try our best to make sure that whatever it is that we're trying to get to, we do what we can control, in our house. So for us, it's just structure and it's affirmations. When she has to be up at 5 o'clock in the morning for hair and makeup,
Woo-hoo, honey.
Honey, let me tell you, that is not an easy, but you have to build the endurance. So, like I tell her, the first time you do it, it's going to be super, super hard. But once you continue to keep doing it, you have to understand you're getting hair and makeup. You're 8. You're 8. Honey, at 8, I was making mud pies in the backyard. I would have loved to be in somebody's chair getting hair and makeup. So think about what you're doing. You know, think about where you are. You are so fortunate right now. There are girls. Maddie actually judged a benefit pageant about 2 weeks ago for a 3-year-old little girl that had cancer.
Yep.
And to see, well, you can tell me who won in a minute. But to see the reaction to, they were like, that queen looks like me. So we have to think, we're in our world, right? But there's so many of our girls outside of our world who don't see and who don't believe. Like, this is such a far-fetched situation. So that's the reason why, if I see someone, even if they have to start at a local perspective, even if they're just doing a consultation with Miss Kanisha, even if it's just them coming over and talking to Maddie and twirling in our front, in our living room, or whatever the case is, everybody deserves to be a queen. Everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Every single little girl out there deserves to have a crown on their head. Whether it's their hair or it's an actual piece of metal, they deserve to have a crown on their head.
Love it. I love it.
You know, we pour into Amaya every day that she's a blessing. She's an angel. And, we let her know, you can do whatever you set your mind to it. And mom and dad is going to have your back regardless. We tell her, you're no better than nobody else. You're no different than nobody else, but at the same time, you reach for greatness. If you're reaching for it, eventually you'll get there and you'll get it. But you're no different. You're no better than nobody else. Yes, you're a queen. And I call all little girls queens. And I say all little girls are beautiful. And I would tell any parent, when you pour into your kid, you're going to get something out of it. If you pour positivity, you're going to get positivity out. If you pour negative, you're going to have a pitiful case, because you're going to have a negative kid. But we don't speak negativity in our house at all. My girls will tell you, my oldest, she's 28. She'll tell you, I always spoke positivity. I always poured into her. Whatever they want to do, we have their back. Me and Chico, we come together, we have their back. We'll do whatever, as long as it's positive and it's right. And I'll tell any parent, just pour into your kid. Love on your kid. Whether you know in your heart they can do it or they can't. We'll never know if we don't try it. But pour into them and speak positivity over them, because you never know, that might be the next Miss America, Miss Universe, President of the United States. We never know. We just have to pour into them and be positive.
Absolutely. And I think in our house, we do a happy combination of all of that. One, we find out what she wanted to do. Like, what do you want to do? So we, when they're little, you try them out at everything, and then you figure out, okay, well, do you like that? Because that's not free. That's something that I remind my child of regularly. You wanted to do XYZ. You're acting like you don't want to get up. Do you remember that this was not free? You go get up today. So, figure out what they really want to do. And then, if this is what we're going to do, then we're going to do it. Like, we're not going to do it by half. We're going to do this thing. You want to do it, whatever it is. And we just set the bar high. I think that's something I learned even before I became an official parent, but as an educator, that if you set a high bar, the kids will try to reach whatever bar you set for them. So if the bar is down here, they're going to go down here. But if the bar is up here, they're going to strive to go to that bar, no matter which kid it is. And so in our house, we want to, you to go to whatever you want to do, but we want to do it with excellence. And we tell her that she has the ability to do it, because I do believe that if God put a passion in your heart for something, that he put the passion there for a reason. Like, you can do that thing, but you just have to. God's done his part. You do your part, and God will, keep meeting you on that road. He's actually waiting for you at the end of that road. He's just waiting for you to come there, because it's already there for you. Like, victory is done. And so, trying to instill in her, and I encourage all parental leaders to do this. It may not, maybe you're not even a parental leader in your own home. Maybe you're a parental leader in a way, your mama, like a lot of kids at the studio, I'm everybody's mama, or at least a strong auntie. Have an opportunity to have influence over all these kids that, speaking to these kids, pouring to these kids, help them understand that you believe that they can do something. Maybe it's not that one thing. Maybe a forte really is not for you. Maybe you're a strong walker on the stage. Maybe you walk in like people like, woo. Maybe you don't try that backflip. Maybe you may not have a life after you finish, but do what you can do. Do it well. Do your thing. And so I think is, to everybody out there who has influence over any children, make sure that you're pouring into them and help them understand their passions, that, you affirm them and teach them to affirm themselves, help them understand that you can do this. You have support, you believe in them. And I think that that's one of the biggest things for our girls and all the girls that we see as successes, and even all males, everybody, is that support network. But I want to kind of turn the table a little bit on this. And girls, this question is for you. You're all beauty queens. So my question to all of you all, and we're going to start with Maddie, is what makes you beautiful?
Well, what makes me beautiful is my heart inside and out. And what else makes me beautiful is my, let's say, my coach that does my makeup.
The makeup artist makes a difference, honey. Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Let me tell you something. This kid will not put my foundation on. What about this Felicia? Do I have any flyaways? I'm like, listen, we going to the grocery store. We are going to the grocery store. Okay, it's okay. The Dollar General is about to see us for all of 5 seconds. We don't care nothing about no flyaways, honey.
Amaya?
What makes me beautiful is my personality, my heart inside and out. And what makes me, my personality is because I love everybody. I'm a talkative person. I treat people the way I want to be treated because I want to treat people nice so they can treat me nice. And I'm beautiful and awesome.
Yes, you are. I love it.
Yes,
I love it. All right, Bailey.
What makes me beautiful is how I treat people. Like I think like everyone says, how I treat people. Like Amaya said, I want to be treated how I want to be treated, and it's about the insides. You can show your emotions, but on the outside you have to, like, how can I word this? Like you have to act nice to people on the outside, but like on the inside sometimes people can be like a little frustrated, or like they can feel like different ways. So think about how people are feeling and how they treat you. Maybe that something's going on or something like that. So just make sure you think about other people and what their feelings are, what they're thinking about, or something like that. And how I think I'm beautiful, that's the question. I think I'm beautiful. Personality, that's about it. Yeah, my personality and how I treat other people.
I love it. All right, Rain.
I think what makes me beautiful is just being myself as much as I can. Also, when you're at the pageants or you're doing modeling, you're on the runway, you're at a photo shoot, you might have on all this makeup, but it's also makes me beautiful is that I might have all this makeup, my hair might be done, but on the inside I'm still beautiful. And treating people nicely, although some people might not treat you nicely, all because they don't treat you nicely doesn't mean that you have to be mean to everybody else because you're mad about something. Always be nice to everyone.
I love it. I love it. So, moms, this is my question for you. So we have 4 beautiful girls who know about inside out beauty, but there are a lot of people who look at them every day. And there's some people who don't know their own beauty. They are around, all of them go to some sort of school, whether it be private or public. And they're around these people who don't get it. they just don't get it. And they end up, our girls are not braggadocious, but they may go to school and say, I did a pageant this weekend, or, maybe somebody hears, because like I've learned that some people at her school also follow friends of mine. So they may see, like, sometimes they get excited and they'll post, a win that Rain had, or, something that she did over the weekend. And these kids find out, and sometimes they can't handle it, or even adults.
Mm-hmm.
And we have them in these places and spaces, because I will tell you, as a parent, I have definitely said, you know what, she don't need to go to school with no normal people. Where are all my extraordinary folk? Can I get a school with all my people? And so we don't even have to worry about this. But the realization is that school does not quite exist yet. We can't keep them in a bubble forever. And they're always going to have to deal with other people who may or may not understand their own extraordinary power. And we know that if we don't feel that we have something, we try to bring other people down to our level of where we feel we are, because, you think you're better than, right?
Mm-hmm.
Parents, queen mothers, how do you deal with and or help your child deal with situations where they may be walking into something, especially with people of color? Let's be real here.
Mm-hmm.
People of color have not always been told or seen themselves as extraordinary. Really, for the most part, have always seen ourselves as lesser than. We've had to help remind ourselves of who we really are.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going in these different places and spaces. So not only is it dealing with our own people of color, but dealing with people who are a majority, who say, oh, y'all ain't that. You're not there.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're dealing with all these different dynamics. How do you deal yourself with this type of thing? Because let's be real, every single one of them have walked probably into a pageant where they may or may not have been the only person of color in the room. So you're dealing with this double-edged sword. And you're dealing with school, you're dealing with pageants, you're dealing with people in general, because they go everywhere. They are seen. How do you deal yourself and prepare yourself to lead this situation? Because we got to be the leaders in the situation, because sometimes we got to speak up. But then also prepare your little queen to deal with this situation. Go ahead, Tasha.
So we kind of went into this whole pageant thing like full force. So when we hit the national stage in 2020, we have experienced a lot of bullying, even on platforms that have anti-bullying platforms, with situations where my daughter was hit, circumstances where outfits may have been compromised, and also being told, reminded of what her skin tone is, and that there has been no one on that court that looked like her. And so it happens a lot. And so in the beginning, you try to humble yourself, you try to be quiet, you try to that's when we initiated. After I got my foot in the door, I ensured that she understood that this life, you're going to have to do twice the amount of work to get half of the credit. So there are going to be times where you're going to hit a stage and you're going to be 100% of 100% of 100%. It's not going to matter. So understand that disappointment's going to come. Things are going to happen. I have seen her, without getting to specifics, I have seen my child cry when she has been crowned, because we told her, you're probably not going to win. Has nothing to do with your talent, has zero to do with the amount of work that you put in, has nothing to do with your wardrobe, has nothing to do with your on stage or your interview. However, prepare yourself to lose. And so with that being said, when we go places and when we do things, we let her know you're here to work. So she has learned that she can't be vulnerable and be gullible to the friendships sometimes, again, positive pageantry, but let's be realistic, it's competition. So, when she hits backstage, you're there to do what?
Rock that stage.
And she's there to work. And
it.
she's there to work. And she will tell you, this is not vacation. I am here to work. And when I don't win, I learn. You know, if I lose, I learn. I keep it moving. My platform doesn't stop. My community, that's right. You never keep your head down. Perception is reality. My platform is just that. You know, we keep going, we keep moving. Community service doesn't stop. None of that. So again, I just think it's important that we prepare our children. To me, this is preparing our children as much as we possibly can prepare our kids for the future. Because this is what the world looks like. It doesn't necessarily always look like it's in our favor.
Right. Anyone else?
Mommy.
I love it. Tasha, you said that thing.
Child,
Pretty much sums it up. Pretty much. I would say that, I always start off with saying same thing like Tasha said, we're here to work. This is not playtime. Go out there and put your 100% in. You see girls at the pageants, playing around, running around, exuding all of their energy, not really focusing on what the task is at hand. And that's what I give Bailey. We're there we can play afterwards. When it's all over and said and done, play all you want to. Go to the pool and go swimming.
that's right.
Our babies can't always go to the pool and go swimming.
Yep. Can we pause right there?
And that's her brother. Mama, they have a pool. Okay. Well, we can hit that pool when everything is over with.
Okay.
We can't go to the sleepovers that everybody's having in their hotel rooms. I don't know, I don't know them like that, but you have to be well rested for the next day. All of the odds are stacked against you, especially when you're a person of color, and you are beautiful. And you're walking in as a threat already because of the team you're associated with, or because of the titles you've won in the past. Walking in, with some odds against you or side eyes against you, but you always have to think positive, focus, put it all on the stage. You want to maybe release frustration sometime, but you leave it on the stage. You put it on the stage. And even if you don't win, it's okay. You learn from it. You did your best. That's all I ask you to do is your best. And we know what to do next time. But again, as our wonderful coach says, we're paying to enter these competitions or these pageants. Some type of fee, whether we get half of it or a full ride into it. But you are paying for people's opinion.
That's right.
Yes.
All the judges are different. So this year they might not be looking for what you thought they were looking for, and it's someone else's turn. So let someone else shine and praise them in their shine. However, you go back if you choose to, and you work harder and you put it back on the stage again.
That's right.
So we go to work. It's work for us. But she loves that work. That's the thing. She loves that work. If we don't love it, we don't do it.
That's right.
So when you lose that passion, you find out what's that next passion.
That's right.
So, but hey, that's how we deal with it.
Yeah, a lot of threats, a lot of side eyes.
Yeah.
When I came in the door one time, I'm not gonna say which pageant it was, but I came in a pageant one time and they were just like looking at me, and then like I tried to say hi to some of the girls, and then like they didn't want to talk to me, and then like when I won the crown, they were like all mad and stuff.
Yep. Pumpkin, I don't think you've experienced some of the walk that Ivy and I have.
No, and I don't want to experience any of that because Amaya's parents are still on the potter's wheel. He's still working on her mama. I know.
I said I'm between Medea and Proverbs 31, honey. I get it.
Yes, Amaya loves everybody. She speaks to everybody. Y'all see her. She hugs everybody. She speaks to everybody. And I don't want her to have to go through that, but I know she will. We tell her all the time, do you love pageantry? She loves pageantry. I say, the day you come and tell us you don't want to do a pageant, guess what? We're not going to do it. But she said, Mommy, I love it because I love to win. But at the same time, you got to brace yourself because
right.
they're not ready for a pretty brown queen. Every stage is not ready for a pretty brown queen, you know. But at the same, like I tell her, you just continue to be yourself. Let the adults, let me and daddy handle whatever come your way. Because like I say, I'm still on the potter's wheel. He is still working on me. When it comes to my kids, that's a whole we in a whole different story when it comes to them. She don't have to say a word. Even the 28-year-old, she don't have to say a word. Mama coming.
But you know, I don't want to say. I want to say one thing. Don't get it twisted.
That's it. That's it. You gotta know it.
I come out. I know how to keep it cute and professional.
That's right.
But I know where I come from too, and I know who my
That's right.
family is. I know who my mom and my dad are, and you would never think my mom is that way. My mom is super classy. Okay?
Yes, she is.
But however, she classy nasty too.
That's right.
So I have that.
That's
You know, I got a little bit of, but my dad, that's that hood.
He's
hood.
straight up like.
So, I take more after him, but I have to reel it in. I got to reel it
And he's a
in.
distant cousin of mine, so trust me.
He really is. Tasha and I are related on both sides of my family, actually.
Oh wow.
It's
yes.
super weird. We figured it out one day at a pageant.
Yes, we did.
But it you know, it's you got to reel it in.
Yes.
You got to know how to. You got it. But please believe when you advocate for your child and you stand up for your child, there's no limits to that. That mama bear comes out.
That's it.
That lioness
Anthony
comes out.
That's it.
The daddies come out.
Yeah.
Everybody comes out. But it's the way, you know, you got to maneuver it the right way.
You got to pour your energy in it at the right time. And I'm so glad, Pumpkin, you have not had to experience that yet.
Yes.
Because when it hits you, it's going to hit you like a ton of bricks. I'm telling you, it has hit us before. And it has hit us like a ton of bricks. And if I would not have had my pageant family there with me, then y'all would have been sending me canteen.
Oh Lord. Well, I will say, so it hit us for the first time, that second pageant, our first time out on the team. And we walked in a situation where everybody looked at us. They counted us out the moment we walked in the door. And then she hit the stage. And then one parent just flat out said, I won't try to win this. No way. You weren't though, because you were just talking about how you were already on state court. But hey, who knows?
Right.
But, you know, in all of that, we still prevail. In all of that, we still lead. And if nothing else, we've shown that even in those moments of opposition and adversity, we still rise to the occasion. So where our children always show up polished and poised, which is part of the issue for some people. But as their parents and as their queen mothers, we have to do the same. So we are rounding up on the end of our time for this segment. We literally have less than 1 minute. So please tell me if I've gotten these wrong, but I'm going to try to roll with it. Maddie can be found at Maddie's Place on both Instagram and Facebook. Amaya is Amaya's Journey on Facebook and ECUSA Ultimate on Instagram. Bailey is Bailey Reese on Facebook and Bailey Reese M on Instagram. Hot dog. And Rain is Rain's Time on both Instagram and Facebook. All of mamas, we are up there. You can try to follow us. Some of us, you're not gonna be able to follow us. We're not as public as everybody else. But our kids, you can see what they do. Don't get it twisted. Every single one of these pages are mommy and manager managed. So don't think it's the kids. Don't think you're gonna try to get it our babies. It's not happening.
Amen.
I want to say thank you so much to every single one of you all for being here this week. I told you all, look, we've already hit 52 guests. We're done. But this was the end of week 48 of Leadership Live. And look, week 49 is going to be our last week. We're going to have another amazing guest, but just know the fire is coming. I love you all. And as always, keep your leadership all the way live. Bye.